Think about the massive displays at a high-end sports bar. You've got these flawless 4K feeds playing simultaneously on, like, 20 screens.
Right, and there is not a single media player or tangled cable in sight anywhere.
Exactly. Well, welcome to today's deep dive. We are unpacking exactly how that invisible magic happens.
Because it really is like magic when you see it in person.
Oh, completely. So using a product page from HDTV Supply for a device called the Avenview HBT-C6PLT-S HDMI POE sender, our mission for you today is to decode how massive AV setups push perfect video across entire buildings.
Because if you have ever tried wiring a large-scale theater, you know the sheer physical limitation of a standard HDMI cable.
Well, yeah, it is a nightmare.
I mean, try pushing a 9 gigabit per second signal down a 200-foot HDMI run. The signal just completely collapses. The physics of copper just will not allow it without severe degradation.
Right, you get those, sparkling pixels or random dropouts or just a completely blank screen.
Ex-
So to bridge that physical distance gap, this Avenview Center basically swaps out the HDMI for standard CT5, 6, or 7 network cables.
Right, just your standard internet cables.
Yeah, but how exactly is a standard twisted pair cable handling 4K 2K video at 30 Hz 3D video, plus those really dense lossless formats like DTS HD Master Audio and Dolby True HD? It feels like trying to blast a fire hose of data through a garden hose without spilling a single drop.
That is a great analogy, and that is exactly where HDBaseT technology comes in. Instead of trying to force the uncompressed assembled card down the wire like HDMI does,
Right.
HDBase essentially acts as a teleporter. It modulates that uncompressed 9 gigabit video and audio into a really specific signaling format that perfectly aligns with those twisted pairs of copper inside a CT cable.
Okay, so it is continuously disassembling that really heavy data load.
Right, it sends it over the much narrower pathway and then flawlessly reassembles it up to 200 feet, or about 60 meters away, with zero latency.
Wow. Okay, so sending all that data flawlessly is one thing, but installing massive AV networks usually requires really bulky equipment and, dedicated power runs.
Usually, yeah.
How is this $279 sender pulling this off while remaining practically invisible?
Well, it leverages the CAT cable for way more than just the audio and video payload. For one, it features bidirectional IR operating between 30 and 50 kilohertz.
Meaning you can be standing like 200 feet away at the display, point your remote at the screen, and perfectly control the hidden media player tucked away in an AV closet somewhere.
Exactly. That infrared control signal simply piggybacks right on the data stream.
Wait, so this one single cable is simultaneously sending a 4K movie, the remote control signal to pause it from another room, and the literal electricity to power the box.
Yeah.
Because the spec sheet mentions power over Ethernet or POE.
Yes, it does. The sender only draws a maximum of 6 watts of power.
That is wild.
Right, so rather than running a bulky AC adapter to a wall outlet behind your TV, it pulls the necessary electricity directly through the exact same CAT cable from a compatible transmitter. So one single wire handles the heavy AV, the control signals, and the electricity.
Okay, wait, what is the catch? Because if HDBaseT over a single KT6 is this incredibly efficient, why isn't this just built into every commercial TV and AV receiver out of the box? Why do we even need this separate sender unit?
Ah, and that brings us to the catch. It is all about ecosystem lock-in.
Ah, of course. It is always ecosystem lock-in.
Yeah, the documentation for the sender explicitly warns that the POE function and the proprietary signal routing will not play nice with receivers from different manufacturers.
So in professional AV networking, strict compatibility is absolutely required.
Completely. You cannot just mix and match hardware. If you buy this Avenview sender, you are committing to their specific receiver ecosystem to get all those features to sync up.
Makes total sense. I mean, the engineering is brilliant, but it is a closed loop.
Ex-
So the next time you sit in a sports bar watching a perfectly crisp 4K game with zero equipment in sight, you will know there is a CAT6 cable and a hidden sender box working overtime in the walls to make it happen.
It really reframes how we think about standard infrastructure, Like, if a single twisted pair network cable can already simultaneously carry Ultra HD video, lossless audio, remote control commands, and raw electricity over 200 feet, what invisible limits of our everyday home networks are we going to break next?